All right, welcome AP Euro students to your Unit 1 exam. This is your study guide for that. And doesn't look like a terrible exam. 20 questions, 20 multiple choice questions with a single SAQ. These will be your topics, things that you need to make sure that you know. Certainly the Renaissance. Um, Always good to know the origins, cause and effect. Some of the big names and big players of the Renaissance. Good to make flashcards of those people. The artistic movements. What's the change in society that the Renaissance does? What's the change in art that the Renaissance does? How did the Northern Renaissance differ from the Italian Renaissance? Because they were distinct from each other. Machiavelli, of course. We've done some work on Machiavelli. You need to know kind of his background, his views on the world, and of course, the Prince. Martin Luther and the Reformation is a must know. Again, causes, effects, Martin Luther's beliefs, the beliefs of Lutheranism. You need to know that. They're a little bit distinct from some others. Know the major players of the Reformation. Some, brief note cards over people like John Knox and Calvin and people like that. Scientific revolution, of course, another major topic. There's only one or two, maybe three questions on the scientific revolution. You need to know the four biggest ones you need to know are Copernicus, Kepler, Galileo, and Newton. Might not be a bad idea to know a few of the others that were mentioned in that pretty easy chapter we just did. Of course, causes and effects. You need to see an effect is the church's reaction to the scientific revolution. So that's something you need to know. And then we go back a little bit to the religious wars in France and Germany. St. Bartholomew Day Massacre. You need to know it. Cause, effects, how it went down, a description of it. Edict of Nantes. Pretty straightforward. What is it? What was its effect? What caused it? Huguenots, who were they? What was their role to play in France? And the causes and effects of the 30-Year War, of course. And then sort of a weird question in there, but skilled tradesmen in England, as they are commoners, they have a lot more skilled tradesmen in England than in other areas and stuff. So if you can find it, look for it a little bit. But that was a little bit of an odd question. It came with the package. Remember, these will be STEM-based multiple choice questions, so you will be reading a passage, and 3 or 4 questions will go along with the passage. Now, down here at the bottom, very important, is the SAQ topic. The SAQ is covering the wars of religion in France and the English Civil War. You have 2 items here. When I see 2 items like that, I'm instantly thinking compare and contrast. So, cause and effects, how they were fought, how they were the same, how they were different. Spend a little time on that, break them down. So don't miss the opportunity to get this SAQ. Other than that, guys, it's pretty straightforward. Reading comprehension will go a long way on this test for sure. But having that background and feeling confident with the big ticket items here: Renaissance, scientific revolution, Reformation, and religious wars. Those are really the 4 big topics covered here in the Unit 1 exam. All right. The rest of it's on you guys. And good luck. You got any questions, make sure you get a hold of me.